Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Let's get our heads right on a Wednesday. I'm Woodsy. That's Paul Reindl, our executive producer. Good morning, Paulie.
Hey, how are you?
I'm tired. How are you?
I'm great.
Okay, how are you?
I said I'm great.
Okay, how are you?
I'm great.
Okay, how are you?
I said I'm great.
Okay,
How are you?
you?
I'm good.
Okay,
How are you?
how are you?
I'm good. Did you have anything else you wanted to discuss?
It's the best audio that's ever been on a radio station. Sorry, Howard, or anybody else that's ever done radio. That's the best audio that there's ever been. Period. The end.
I can't totally disagree.
Find something better. Ben Higgins, your friendly neighborhood sports anchor, joins us as well. Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning. I don't want to.
Okay, how are you?
I don't want to rush anyone, but the show's almost over.
Yeah, no, really. Let's get to business, okay? You say that it'll end up being the longest show of the week.
Longest
By
2.5-hour
Okay,
show ever.
You're gonna look and be like, oh God, this microphone's gonna be the death of me. It's good to be here. Yeah, I'm a little distracted. I'll be honest. I'm exhausted. We had Little League last night till late. Tired as balls.
Felt like you were taking it seriously last night.
Last night was a big one. It was two undefeated teams. They had a tie. We were undefeated, and there's only one undefeated left. And well, it's not them. So it's really awesome. I'm very proud of my guys. My guys played their butts off, pitched their butts off, played defense their butts off, and way better than San Diego Padres last night. Way better defense.
My sources say you're in the running for manager of the year.
I don't really care about personal awards. I just want my kids to have a good time and develop and sign up next year. That's my only goal, Benny. No, it was awesome, man. It was a really fun game, and it was packed, like so many parents, and it was really a good time, and the boys played really well. So that's always fun. And but it was late, 6:30 start. It started late. So you're looking up, and it's like, man, we just wrapped up. It's 8:45, 8:50. Get them home, get in the shower. Now, I don't know about you guys, but you have not lived until you get in the car the next morning after a big game like that to go to work, and you're greeted with the smell of a hot dog that your child left in your car overnight. You have not lived. Like, I've been to Barbados, I've been to Paris, I've been to some really beautiful places.
Explain how this happens. How does a hot dog not get accounted for?
Well, so immediately when the game ends last night, I'm packing, like, the stuff you have to bring to be a coach. It's ungodly. I have a full wagon. I'm like, ugh. So I load up the wagon. We clean out
helmets,
the dugout.
bats,
Helmets,
catcher's gear.
First aid, like, it's bananas. So I load up the wagon, and I go out and I go right because I'm ready to go home and get the kids in the shower in bed. Both kids. Mom, we're hungry. Can we have a hot dog? The snack shack's still open. All right, sure, no problem.
Late open snack shack
at
a Little League
It
game.
sure is. So we go down, and you buy two, you get two free. At
that point in the night,
look at him perk up, Paulie. Did you hear him? Did you see his face?
Those stale hot dogs.
He goes, really? Where's this? Really? Okay.
Ben just shows up at Little League at 8:00 on a Tuesday night to
he's walking out
4 hot dogs for $2.
Is that a happy hour deal? What are we talking about here?
Just walking out with a load of hot dogs. Hey, that hot dog thief guy is here again with no kids.
Yeah, we don't know why he's here exactly, but
oh, yes, we do.
Best hot dog deal in town.
So I just want to go home. I want to handle business, get the kids in the shower, go to bed. I'm tired. I needed to watch the death by 1,000 paper cuts highlights or lowlights from the Padres game. And but they're like, we want a hot dog. All right, fine. We go down. So now we're walking out with 4 hot dogs. Hannah goes, do you want one of these? I go, no, I do not. I did not want a hot dog. So for some reason, Bo had 1, Taylor had 2. So he ate most of one, part of the other, and then left half of one in my car. So I got in this morning. I opened the door. I was like, I was like,
ketchup, mustard.
He had ketchup.
Relish.
He puts ketchup on his because
stale ketchup is even worse than stale hot dog. I think
stale hot dog with ketchup smell. As soon as I opened my door, I'm like, all right, off to work. And then was like, oh no, man. Oh no. I'm looking around, rooting around in the back. There's like Fritos back. I'm like, this is the nightmare, dude. So that's what I woke up to this morning. That was the smell that greeted me. So I rode to work with the window like a quarter of the way down,
Cracked
just
down.
to get.
It's kind of cold, but you
It's a little chilly.
You want the fresh air coming in. I know that feeling.
You just haven't lived, man, until you've smelled that. Until you've smelled the leftover hot dog.
So Ray in our chat, ketchup smell is my nightmare. I agree.
It's pretty bad.
I'm not. So we're not the only ones.
No, it's pretty bad.
Like ketchup. If someone doesn't clean off a plate and it's sitting in the dishes, and I walk by and if there's like ketchup on it, that smell really knocks me down. Like I cannot stand the smell of old ketchup. I don't love new ketchup, but I really hate the smell of old ketchup.
New ketchup v old ketchup. Hang on. I'm trying to make the
Ben saddled up with big ketchup.
No, Big Ketchup cannot even buy him off, Paulie. Big Ketchup could probably buy me off.
I have to take a stand. I will never do a Heinz or Hunt's endorsement.
Okay, so if you took it and put it on your plate for some French fries.
I don't mind when it's right, fresh squeezed out of the bottle or
Okay.
something. But within like 20, 30 minutes, just sitting there and that smell starts wafting up.
It congeals a little
Yes.
bit. Yeah, it does get a little nasty. But yeah, I don't like that one of my children puts ketchup on hot dogs.
One of my
either.
kids will put ketchup in a little bowl, like to be neat when they're dipping like something at
Yeah.
home.
Like
but
a
then
ramekin.
Yeah, like a ramekin. But then they'll just put it in the sink without putting any water or anything in it. And like I'll come by hours later and it's just still sitting there and it's
It's like gelatinous.
and then
almost.
you've got to scrub it out as opposed to just
So-
put water in it. That's like my
you gotta
rule.
like
Like,
scrape it.
My
I
mom-
don't care if you do all the dishes. Just put water in it in the sink.
At least let it soak.
So it'll soak a little bit. You don't have to do the whole thing. Don't put anything dry that's going to congeal. And then I have to spend 10 minutes scrubbing it out later because you're not there.
So Hannah, my wife, you guys may know her late father, Lauren Nancaro. Apparently what Homeboy used to do is when Hannah and her siblings would do that, let's say Hannah came home and had some fries and built a ramekin full of ketchup, left it in there exactly what you're just describing. He would take said ramekin, take it into her room and put it not next to her bed, into her bed. So if she left plates, bowls of cereal, all right, he would grab them and he would march them in, kick the door open and there you go. Enjoy that, kid. And I go, oh, I can't wait to do that. Oh, Hannah, are you kidding me? She goes, oh yeah. She goes, trust me. Like,
I'm too soft as a parent,
you
obviously.
You have to. I go, that is brilliant. That is absolutely brilliant.
The other bad one is when you leave cereal just a little bit in the bowl, and then it becomes the hardest glue
wool.
in history.
You have steel wool to get the cinnamon life
How
out.
does like a flake of Raisin Bran Crunch turn into literally the stuff
ripping a nail off, trying to scrape it?
together?
You have a chisel.
Yeah.
You said, ding, 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 ding,
Dude,
ding.
even if there's like a ring of some extra milk like laying in there, even that like cakes onto the bowl.
I know it's a full on nightmare.
Like a Rice Krispie, like 7 of them, and you're just trying to just like get off of there.
You know what I do? I just throw the bowl away.
I've done
I
that
throw it away.
a couple of times in the past.
It's just like I'm not doing this.
I've done that before with like a baking dish where you bake something like
done.
whatever it is,
chicken breast or something
that has some sauce in it maybe, and it just like bakes into the
black.
glass, and you're like, this is never coming off. So either I'm dealing with this forever and just knowing that hey, I washed it, it's clean, or this is going in the garbage. I'll get another one.
You know, I mean, I can't throw it away because I feel like that's wasteful. But
your baking sheets are just black.
But for the next like 17 times I'm washing it, I may be getting a little more off the next time, and a little more off the next time.
I don't anymore. But there was a time I did a little. So I would take chicken breast, put them on the baking sheet, Paulie, like you were talking about the norm, the sheet, like the thin one, not the baking glass,
like a cookie sheet
pan. And so I would grease the pan lightly. Then I would brush all the chicken breast, and then I would do a little mix that I like. I like to put a little brown sugar on there, a little salt and pepper, brown sugar. What happens was I couldn't distribute the brown sugar properly, so it would fall in between the cracks, and there'd be chunks of brown sugar that would then bake into the thickest, blackest thing that you could not get off. It would come out and it would taste delicious, but there would be an outline around it of just black brown sugar that has now been baked into the baking sheet, and it makes me insane every single time. Rod wants to know if my boys have to throw away spoons and forks. Yes, Taylor, all the time. I walk over, I'm like, throw your stuff in the thing. Not the spoon. We need to keep the spoon. Reach your hand back in there and bring the spoon out. Bro, I'm telling you, man.
Just dumps the whole plate in.
The whole plate. Just throws everything in. Like, oh, my God. It is never a dull moment.
But even when they do put the stuff in the sink, they're careless, and like one of the spoons will fall down into the garbage disposal,
and you won't
see it.
Right.
Yeah, and you flip it on, it's just get in the start turning off. It's
I absolutely love the idea of putting your when they're old enough to when they can actually reach the water and the scrubber to hey man, you made yourself a sandwich or whatever, a bowl of cereal, scrub it out, put it in the dishwasher. If you don't, enjoy sleeping in the crumbs and refuse that you left behind. I think that's such a great parental move. And maybe I should start doing it to Hannah, because she'll make breakfast for the kids and leave it. Leave the egg pan and the disgusting bacon sheet. Maybe I come home and be like, you know what? And put them, but then it's.
Or maybe she'll say, I made breakfast for the kids. The least you can do is wash clean it up for me.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah. It's true. Yeah, it doesn't hit the same when you're husband and wife or when you're kids. But that's what I was greeted with this morning. It was not my favorite smell to start the day. A hot dog from the night before. It's never ending, man. Never ending. But man, it's such a fun night. I had so much fun coaching. It's just my favorite thing to do. I'm very proud of my kids. They bust their ass out there, and it was really cool. It's cool.
There's a target on your back now. Every team.
Trust me. Everybody wants. You always want. I mean, to this point too, Benny. At some point, I like us to lose a game. It's very important. There is nothing to be learned from winning. Nothing other than, hey, this is a lot of fun. Every lesson in this game of baseball is only learned through losing. That's the only way to teach them any sort of lesson.
That's what Craig Stammen's doing right now.
He's teaching these guys a lesson. He's teaching them a lesson. So, we can talk about the game. I watched.
The Dodgers aren't learning anything at all right now.
Did they win again?
No, yeah, of course.
Oh my God.
So
what's their record?
A 9-2, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're learning nothing. Padres, they are learning some important lessons with the losses.
Life lessons.
This will carry them through the end of the season as the Dodgers flail around going, we learned nothing early in the year.
We're just 115 and 12 right now. No, I think it's so true. And obviously professional sports are professional sports, but I think, the younger you are, failure, when kids still get upset when they get out, guys, we have to get over this. In this sport entirely, I watch all these sports that these kids play, Benny. If you drop a pass, I don't see kids in tears. But if they get the ball stolen from them in basketball, they don't break down on the court. Something about this game of baseball, when they boot a ball or they strike out, or they even hit a missile at somebody that makes a nice catch, walking back to the, I'm like, hey, get used to it. If you want to play this game, that is going to be your entire life. And I know you're 8, you're trying to figure out how your legs connect to your arms and everything else.
I do think there's something about baseball in that it is a sequence of events rather than a full flow
long
of
event
game. Basketball feels like just kind of one big nebulous game all together.
Baseball is I could get 15 ground balls in a row. I could.
Baseball is like a sequence of events. Each one has a winner and a loser. If you strike out, you were the loser. Event. In basketball, you miss a shot. That's just part of the game. Someone gets the rebound. You just keep going and going. But in baseball, there's a lot of winning and a lot of losing, but especially on offense. There's a lot of losing.
And it's I tell the kids all the time, the greatest of all time, the greatest to ever do it, strike out a ton. They make errors. Like, it's okay. So, but yeah, I had 3 or 4 kids last night that got out and they did the old, the walk back to the dugout, like head down, like their limbs are all loose, tears flowing. And I'm like, we're not doing this. We're not doing it. It's going to be fine. We have so much more baseball left to play. And that's the beauty. There's always another game. There's always tomorrow. There's always another inning. And you can rebound. You can rebound. You can have 3 bad plays in the first inning and then make 7 great plays the rest of the game, help your team win. So it's just been a blast. I love it. It's been great.
Got my spa day today. I'm ready to relax.
Yes.
Looking forward to it after the show.
Excited for you, dude. Excited for you.
I'm nervous, like I am about everything.
Don't be nervous. Yeah. Don't be nervous.
Like, will I do it right? I want to make sure I do it right.
Just take all your clothes off.
Right.
Okay.
But not too soon.
When it's time for the massage, she's going to, he or she, they're going to walk you in and they're going to say, all right, remove your clothes and put this towel on and I'll be back in a moment.
Yeah.
Your fear is that they come back in too early, but they never do.
They never do.
They never do. So I think you'll be fine. And then
I also don't like when I'm waiting, where I'm waiting, what I'm going to. I've never really been to a spa.
Oh, you walk in the front desk.
Yeah.
You give them your thing.
Okay.
They'll send you back to the men's locker room.
Okay.
And then somebody will be there to take care of you.
Okay.
Yeah. You're gonna love
Just go with the flow.
Go with the flow.
Act natural.
And the thing about a spa, if you don't know something, ask. They are there to serve you. Not in that capacity,
right.
But they are there to make sure that you assist you. Make sure you have a great time.
Yeah.
Okay. I think you're gonna love it. And how long are you staying? Like 4 hours?
Like 4 hours. Yeah.
Woo!
Massage right in the middle there. Little relaxation.
Get some lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little pool time.
Sitting by the pool, listening to Sultans of Swing over and over on repeat it's gonna be electric for you. I'm excited. Enjoy yourself.
Thank you.
Treat yourself. Enjoy that birthday or that Christmas gift.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Good.
Shall we get started?
Let's do it.
All right. We've got a short show today leading to Padres pregame. Breakfast with Sam Levitt coming up at just after 8:30. So got to get to everything that we normally do a little bit quicker. We'll start with our Padres crap up. First one in a few days, unfortunately. Talk about the Paul Skenes versus Nick Pivetta performance coming up next. We'll set the menu. It is a Big League Wednesday. We will talk to Adam Jones on our SDC.
Nope, we will not talk
Bret
to Adam
Boone.
Jones.
Used to be Adam Jones.
Absolutely will not
Bret
talk to
Boone
Adam
is our
Jones.
Big League Wednesday guy on our SDCCU fan hotline at 735 SDCCU. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better. And we will come back and get to the highlights coming up next with Ben and Woods on San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. First, though, one of the hardest parts of retirement is not the saving. You'd think that would be the tough part, saving all your money. It's actually spending your money once you get there. After a lifetime of building wealth, many people worry every time they take money out. I know I'm going to be doing this. Am I doing it right? Will I last? That's why I'm so happy I found Trajan Wealth. They focus on income planning. Just go to trajanwealth.com. Their fiduciary advisors help build strategies designed to support your lifestyle so you can enjoy retirement without constantly second-guessing yourself. Trajan Wealth works with people right here, offices at Liberty Station, Carlsbad, and Del Mar. So if you want confidence, not anxiety, starts with the plan. Call 619-367-0207. That's 619-367-0207. Or take some time to learn more at trajanwealth.com. Again, trajanwealth.com. Trajan Wealth. Plan smarter, dream bigger. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Actual client, paid advertisement. Additional disclosures at trajanwealth.com.
He just here. I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Not that now.
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
That is not pleasant.
And this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Ben Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. We do have some breaking baseball news this morning. The Pittsburgh Pirates, as they get ready to face the San Diego Padres one more time later this morning, have announced it is official, a 9-year, $140 million contract extension for Connor Griffin after about 5 games in the big leagues.
Yep.
They have seen enough, and they are committing the next decade to the young potential superstar. And I do bring it up because today is Trading Cards for Grown-Ups Day, apparently. How much does this impact your Connor Griffin card investment, knowing that he's got his long-term contract extension?
I mean, I just call it Wednesday today. Trading Cards for Grown-Ups Day. No, I mean, I'm excited. That's every day for us, right?
That is every day for Paul and Woods,
that's
for
right.
sure.
Mm-hmm. A lot of you out there. I got a DM yesterday from a guy that's like, hey, man, is this a good card? He had gone in and pulled one of those red autograph Topps Heritage cards that I've been coveting. Like, don't covet thy neighbor. Fine. I covet the red auto cards. Covet. He goes, my first time, I was listening to you guys talking about it today, and I was like, I'm going to give it a try. Is this good? I'm like, you son of a bitch. That's your first pull of your first pack at Walmart? And he's like, yeah. I was like,
it's like the guy who gets a hole in one in the first round of golf.
First time out. You're like, you dumb bastard.
There's a baseball card subreddit. It's got like 100,000 people in it or whatever. Every once in a while, I'll go in there. And every day it looks like there's somebody will post a card. It's like a Nolan Ryan 1 of 1. Yeah. And they go, hey, just got into collecting. Is this worth anything?
I'm over here going, stabbing myself. Like, come on.
Hey, I was going through some boxes. I found this autographed Ken Griffey Jr. rookie card. I don't know. Is this valuable at all?
Stupid. I never buy Powerball tickets, but I decided to get one on my way home. I won.
Is that good?
Like bastards. No, Connor, they announced that thing, and I don't think they announced it prematurely, but it was, 5 days ago. It was to sign a $140 million. Probably had some language to work out. A couple of
the Padres were aggressive with their guys, but after like a year of playing, we haven't had that here where it's like, hey, you have not got to the major leagues yet.
Yeah,
here's a 9-year contract. I mean, how would you feel if you're a Pirates fan?
I think you
have to be a little bit concerned, right?
No, I think you're elated.
I think you're elated at this point.
I think you're elated. He's a 5-tool guy. And
I guess it's not that much money in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, in the grand scheme of baseball. And by the way, solid citizen. You never know what is in someone's past, right? Or you never know what's in someone's future. But you have a good sense that he's not going to turn into Wander Franco. You know what I mean? Like you have a good... It's always been the craziest thing to me that Tampa Bay, like the guys sat in a room and they go, oh, we don't do this. We never give contracts out like this. Oh, we got to do one.
That's
all right,
like,
let's go to Wander Franco.
I'd be in pure shock as a Pirates fan because they never do anything like this. They don't extend guys.
They did. So they had like Brian. They extended him, but he had played. He was like,
he'd been there for a long time.
Lock this guy up.
And that was the one that was like, whoa, they actually did it. Wow.
They did it with Key Brian Hayes, who's now a Red. But they gave him 8 years and 70, which again, in the grand scheme of baseball, a lot of money for us, but not a lot of money for a baseball team.
I thought about with the Mariners,
but I think the Reds picked up a lot of that, in the trade.
Who was the Mariner? Colt Emerson.
Yeah.
He did like an 80 something million dollars or whatever. He had another one of those 8-9 year contracts, and I'm just like, man, that's a big commitment for a guy that has not ever stepped into the box at the major league level.
No, and now Connor's got a week of games under his belt, and he looks good. I mean, he looks good. There's no denying that he's talented. So I think you're elated if you're a Pirates fan.
Played a role in last night's 7-1 Pirates win over the Padres. We will get to our crap up in just a second. Go through the game and hopefully hit the rest of Major League Baseball. Had a brawl last night. Had an ejection of a manager. It was an interesting Tuesday night in Major League Baseball, to be sure. Yeah, it felt like it. We'll get to all of that coming up. And then at 7 o'clock, we're going to pay off the Incorporator. How did Jesse Agler work the word baldaquin into last night's broadcast? Silky golden fabric often used above canopies for kings because, that belongs in a baseball broadcast somewhere. So we'll have that for you coming up at 7 o'clock this morning. Don't do this at 7:20. One of the greatest bloopers of all time in baseball. If you didn't see it,
you didn't get my joke a minute ago. I said it was like a full moon last night.
Oh, that was in reference to the "Don't Do This" story coming up.
Major League Baseball.
Woods missed that one. Yes,
it was quick. It was subtle.
It was subtle, but I got it. And then Bret Boone will be here for a Big League Wednesday with us at 7:35. Again, all guests appear on our SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bank Banking. It is better. And then, if you can believe it, when we get to 8 o'clock. We'll play some Take on Woods, and then we will be done and hand things over to Sam Levitt for our Eco Water SoCal Padres pregame show. Going to be Mitch Keller against Michael King in the last game of the series today. And if the Padres do find a way to win today, forget about last night's game. We'll talk about that in a second. If they find a way to win today, very good series, very good road trip.
Yeah.
Go 4-2 to Boston and Pittsburgh in the cold weather. Face some tough pitching while you're there and find a way to come home at 500 with a winning road trip. That would be an absolute W for the San Diego Padres, and it's within their grasp today.
There's no question at all. You go win 2 series and you come home very, very happy flight.
4-2 road trip. You come home 500.
Yep.
You get the Rockies
Got
for
the Rockies
4
for
at
4.
home.
By
By the way,
like,
the Red Hot Rockies.
Yeah,
Red
of
Hot,
course.
3 in a row.
every time they play them.
Well, hey, listen. At the end of the day, like you can, I'm concerned-ish about our offense still. But I go back over the pitchers that they've had to face. When you get to the Rockies, they do not have a good pitching staff. They don't. They've won 3 in a row, but they do not have a good pitching staff. That's when I will look at that series and go, all right, either you get right a little bit or
Because we've been hearing, and we heard it again yesterday.
Putting together good ABs,
The Padres
baby.
have put together good ABs. They're not getting very lucky. I'm going to bring it up tomorrow in the Epic Roundtable as well. How much stock do you put in? The Padres have been unlucky. Batted balls in play, batting average on batted balls in play, BABIP.
not. I mean, from the eye test, not much. I'm not like, God, we keep getting robbed. These guys are making brilliant. Like, I will submit to you both and all of you listening. I will submit to you that you've gone up against some straight up, flat out demons in the first 10 games of the season. You have gone up against some nasty, nasty stuff, which, by the way,
Both Cy Young Award winners in
Correct.
the first 11 games.
correct. Like, I will give you that. I'll give you that you've gone up against some huge, huge bullpen arms. I'll give you all of that. What I won't give you is, I just feel like, you may have been putting up good ABs, and that's fine. You can have it. You can strike out on a great AB. It happens all the time. But what I can't buy into yet, Benny, is, man, we're just hitting atom balls right at guys. And I've seen a little bit of it, which you will in the course of a season. But I think last night our expected batting average was 209 and theirs was 139 or something. So it's not like they hit 139 and won that game and we hit 465. That's unlucky. That's like we're hitting missiles all over the field.
I will say, and we'll go through it here, Padres could not catch a batted ball break when the Pirates were up in that game yesterday.
Funnily enough, they also could not catch a batted ball.
That was part of it as well. And you know what? There was one secret thing that I thought worked against the Padres yesterday. They have done sometimes well and sometimes poorly. We'll talk about all of it coming up. Padres crap up. Highlights next after traffic here with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by Albertsons Bonds and Pavilions. Watch out, you got a crash on the 78 westbound at Mar Vista Drive, slowing you down. Then a stall on the 15 at Carroll Canyon Road also slows you down. Save on family dinner favorites when you shop at Bonds and Albertsons. Right now, get fresh boneless, skinless chicken breasts for $1.99 for a pound with membership where applicable. Limit 10 pounds. Shop in-store or online at Bonds or Albertsons.com for more deals and savings. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Woods, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
It's a shame if they lose.
You got a problem.
How did things play out in yesterday's game?
Supremely stupid.
It's time for the Padres
crap up.
with Ben and Woods. Brought to you by Hamul Casino Resort. Hey, player, here's something to cheer you up. The rooftop pool's open, day passes are available, and the spa is calling your name. Hamul Casino Resort, the player's place.
We'll give it 16 minutes of salt, and then we'll, get back on the pump and figure it out.
Cruz swings, hits it hard on the ground the other way, beyond the reach of Machado into left field, a base hit. Horwitz racing around third, he will score. They're going to wave Griffin. Here comes the throw from Laureano. It's not in time. It gets through Fermin, and all the way to third goes O'Neal Cruz. 2 runs have scored, and the Pirates have the first runs of the night. It's 2-0. Here's the 2-2. Bogart swings, hits it in the air to deep left field. Reynolds is going back. He's at the wall looking up. This one, gonna go! For the first time this year, a Pirates starter has allowed a home run, and it's Paul Skenes. Bogart's his first of the year, and the Padres are within 1 here in the 7th. It's 2-1. 0-1 the pitch. Gonzalez hits it sharply and fair up the first baseline. Reynolds has scored. O'Hearn is being waved. Fernando's throw is on the way. The tag, not in time. A 2-run single for Nick Gonzalez. And now 4-1 Pirates here in the bottom of the 8th. Mangum swings, lines it into right field. That's a base hit. York will come in to score. Gonzalez into third base. A pinch hit RBI single for Jake Mangum. And now the Pirate lead is 5-1. Pitch to Connor Griffin. Roped into center field. A base hit. A couple more runs going to score for Pittsburgh. A 2-run single for Connor Griffin, his second hit of the night, and the 19-year-old has broken it open. 7-1 Pittsburgh to the pitch. Xander swings. It's a ground ball softly to second base. Gonzalez circles around it. He's got it. And the third of first is in time. Down to 1-2-3 top of the ninth inning. Pirates have evened this series and set up a rubber match here tomorrow afternoon. Final score this evening, Pittsburgh 7, San Diego 1.
Yeah, they competed, and he competed too. It was a good competition, and, you could say he ended up, coming out a little bit on top. We got that Bogey hit that home run there. Kind of chased him a little bit. Felt like we had a chance there, just down one run, but, wanted to be in the eighth inning for us.
He called it death by 1,000 paper cuts. The Pittsburgh Pirates announcers in a highlight called it the other way game.
The other way game. They just kept going.
All they kept doing was just poking it the other way. Padres were, you can't shift entirely, but they were shifted like you do with, either Manny kind of playing more short and Xander up the middle, and the lefties would go that way, and the righties would go to right field, and they just kept finding the holes between the fielders pretty much all game long, or at least in the fifth inning and the eighth inning when they scored all their runs. And that was the difference. I thought, for the most part, the pitching matchup between Paul Skenes and Nick Pivetta was everything we expected it to be, especially on a cold night.
Outstanding.
No one could hit either of those guys.
I didn't want to. Ugh. You didn't want to. They were both just dealing.
Pivetta had 8 strikeouts in 5 innings. The 4 hits, none of them were hit particularly well. There was the pop-up that was not found by Gavin Sheets for a double.
That's the one that dropped in between him and Fernando.
That didn't end up hurting him.
That's on Fernando.
Yeah, I think one pitch later he got out of the inning, so that one didn't hurt. But the 3 in the 5th inning, the slow grounder into the hole, a chopper to Manny that Connor Griffin beat out by just a hair at first base. And then O'Neal Cruz just off the end of the bat down the line past Manny Machado for what turned out to be the 2-run double and all the runs they would need in that game. That was it. And I'm not going to say that Nick Pivetta did anything wrong. That's baseball sometimes. And, the ball's just not going to go where you want it to go. But I thought the starting pitching matchup was really good. Skenes, of course, took a no-hitter into the 6th.
Yeah.
Before Fernando got his single. And then good to see Xander get a home run. Yep. But solo shots, not going to do it. And then, we got away from them in the 8th inning. Adrian Morejon has said he's got an over 10 ERA.
Which is not what we expected.
It's not. Craig Stammen said after the game, it's hard to say a guy who's, throwing 100 mile an hour sinker is struggling, but he said they're just finding all the holes on him right now. Again, more of the batted ball luck that Stammen's talking about. I don't think I'm worried about Adrian Morejon. I think he's going to end up having a really good season. So
great time to approach him about a long extension.
Yeah.
Hey, you may not get another job in baseball. So
we're happy to give you this reasonable offer.
I'll give you this reasonable offer now. Ugh, I mean, it could go south for you here, pal. So just sign here. Just exploit it.
Padres did not make some plays defensively, including the Bogarts error in that 8th inning that contributed to they weren't unearned runs, but Adrian Morejon could have gotten out of that inning with some better defense. Guys may make some stops on some plays to their left or right that they didn't. So it's not entirely on Adrian Morejon.
Okay. Maybe. So I'm reading this article, scanning this article from AJ Cassavell, Ben. And because there was a guy in the chat that said, man, to say the Padres have had good at-bats is definitely wrong. So I'm looking at this article. A little bit of these numbers are definitely worth discussing, right? So they entering play Friday. So this is a couple days ago. Their 202 team batting average was 49 points lower than their expected batting average, which was 251. That at the time was the biggest gap in baseball, meaning average-wise, at least, they've been the unluckiest team in baseball. Better statistic being weighted on base average, which weighs outcome. Doubles are worth more than singles, etc. The Padres have been the second unluckiest offense in baseball. It doesn't reconcile in my brain. If AJ Cassavell says it and has those numbers, okay, cool. I'm going to read them and I'm going to believe them because they're numbers. They're not going to lie to you. That's the beauty of numbers, is that they don't lie to you. I don't have that feel. There have been seasons where I'm like, we are the unluckiest team in the league. We are hitting missiles. Fernando early, remember, was hitting every missile to right field on a line. They were catching it. Okay, I'll give you some of those. I don't feel like, man, we really are a 250 hitting team, but we're batting 200.
Well, 250 isn't great.
It's exactly right.
I think that's one of the things. We're not saying that the Padres should be one of the best offenses in baseball, and they're just getting unlucky. They should be an average, middle of the road offense so far, and they've been so unlucky that they've ended up being the worst offense, which they shouldn't be. I think we all would have said Padres somewhere in the 10 to 16 range in offense in baseball is kind of what we expected. And if they had, they probably would have won 2 or 3 more games, and we'd all be thrilled right now that the team is 8-3 as opposed to 5-6. So it does make a big difference getting that unlucky because, it's going to have an impact on a few games early. You do hope that luck changes and, Padres end up having a stretch where they're one of the luckier teams in baseball at some point. Doesn't always even out. Sometimes it gets in your head when you're not getting lucky, and then you start making changes.
Trying to make luck.
That's what Craig Stammen's been warning against. Like, don't
change.
Don't start changing things that are actually going to make you worse you really are doing the right things and just aren't getting lucky. But that's hard to do sometimes.
Process will always win out.
But at the same time, there's a lot of room for improvement as well. It's not just the luck. They could be, a much better offense than they are without the luck even factoring in.
I mean, and I'm looking going, I feel like our guys have been taking more walks. No, I mean, we're down number 27 in OBP right now. As far as slug goes, I mean, right down there near the bottom again, 27. As far as OPS, on base plus slug, right down there near the bottom again. So, you say room for improvement, 100%. There's only one team with fewer home runs than us, and that's the San Francisco Giants. And they've got 4, and we've got 6, and the Tigers have 7. A couple teams with 8. And then you get up to the big dogs. Dodgers out homering everybody by 5. Right now, they're batting damn near 300. Their OBP is 360. The slug is over 5. OPS is 860. That's a really good offense there.
But again, we shouldn't be sitting here after the Padres face Paul Skenes on a 33-degree night.
No.
And go, wow, that offense can't do anything. No one was going to be able to do anything against Paul Skenes that night. I mean, there's no offense in baseball. Throw the Dodgers in there. They were going to scuffle against Paul Skenes on a night like that. So let's not over-analyze it. There is one, as I said, though, kind of hidden area where I thought the Padres failed badly in the game last night. It wasn't defense, which wasn't great. The ABS system. Freddie Fermin challenged a ball early in the game. Actually, 2 of them got one right and then got one wrong. And Padres were down to 1 challenge after the first inning. And all of a sudden, there was a ton of borderline pitches where you thought, Nick Pivetta could have gotten out of an inning with a challenge. You could have extended an at-bat. But it was clear that Craig Stammen, had said, we have to be really cautious now. We want to save that challenge for late in the game. So they were no longer able to be aggressive with their challenges. And I thought ton of missed opportunities on the ABS system last night. And it probably traces back to what was not a very good challenge by Fermin on a pitch. I think Pivetta got out of the inning 1 or 2 pitches later with a strikeout anyway. It was a low leverage situation, 2 outs, nobody on base.
No need.
You're going for the strikeout, but it was, I think, a 1-2 pitch. It's like, this is not the time to be challenging a borderline low pitch. Wait until a higher leverage situation, which the Padres then had many more of as the game went on and felt like they couldn't challenge because if they lost, they would be out of them for the rest of the game. You have to be that's why you have to be judicious with your challenges early, because even if you have one, if you're too afraid to use it, you might as well have none for the next 6 innings. If you're too afraid to use it because you can't lose that last one for late in the game.
It's tough. I wish it would be 3. I wish, everything in baseball is 3, the rule of 3.
There's no reason not to change it. I assume they won't because they don't want to change rules mid-season. Right. But next year,
felt weird
everyone loves ABS. Why can't it be 3? Baseball is a game of 3s.
Let's settle down on the changing the rules. It's not like we're now instead of running to first, we're going to run to third. And then second. It's going to take a minute. But I know you're 12 games in. Single is you run to third, actually, and if you can hit
one, you could change. Yeah,
it's not. It's
hey
also
guys,
not
we got 3 challenges now. Remember, it's 3. It's 3. Everybody go 3. That's it.
Yeah,
rules change.
This has no impact on the history books, the records, or anything like that.
It's so decreed.
We're not saying, hey, how about a 200 game season? And this will alter the history books forever.
Isn't
we're
a
adding
challenge like one of the most fun moments of the game
It's
now?
so
Kind
good.
of, yeah.
Don't you
You're
stop
your heart starts
everything?
racing.
I was like,
and
ooh, here we go.
I mean, why wouldn't you want some more of those during the game? Why wouldn't you want teams to get to be a little more aggressive with them? There's only one group that wouldn't want 3 challenges.
Umpires. Yeah, they hate it.
Screw them.
But again, listen, a hard job. You guys are the best in the world at it, no question. But it's not personal. It's not personal. Stop making it personal. Stop making everything personal. Just do your job. You're not infallible.
If you get a call wrong in the first inning,
Tip
so
your
be
hat.
it.
Have a joke. No, my bad. It's not the end of the world. No one expects perfection. Who expects perfection from anybody in that game in particular? Like, you cannot expect perfection. You don't get perfection from your players. You don't get perfection from your managers. I don't expect perfection from my ump. I do expect you to know the rules. I do expect you to get the count right. I do expect you to not, just soil yourself when somebody taps their helmet. No problem. Okay, we got the call wrong. Here we go. It's 2-1 now. Edgar says he expects perfection. But I think changing it to 3 it's always been 3. Everything is 3.
Had an umpire throw out a manager last night in the Toronto LA Dodgers game when Kevin Gossman was called for a balk.
Yeah.
Which was an interesting one. I saw the replay and I thought, no, it's an interesting call right there. And I could see why John Schneider was not all that happy about
Kevin
it.
Gossman's a 10-year vet that has done the exact same thing on every time with a runner on base. There's no balk there. That's, again, having no feel for the who you're umping. And that's, again, having no feel for the game and saying, I want to make this moment about me as much as I can. John Schneider was absolutely right to go out there and light him up. Gossman was like, I've been doing this for years. Like, you want to talk about changing a rule? Like,
Right.
Let me know. But if you had that in mind, you should have come to me before the game and go, Kev, I knew I was calling you tonight. I've been watching you. This is a little bit dicey, and here's why. And Kevin Gossman goes, oh, crap, dude, I got to change my...
Yeah, when you have runners on, you do this.
You do this, and just so you know, like, it legally could be construed as a balk. I'm going to be watching for it.
Because it's not always the best argument to just be like, well, he does that every time. I'm like, well, if it's a balk, then it's a balk.
But then
he balks every time.
But it's never called. It's never called.
Right.
Like,
Well,
it's never been called.
I'm saying if you think it was a balk, if you think, because I don't know that it was.
I don't think it was.
He came set for the half a second.
Of course.
I mean, it's kind of a discretionary call. But if it was a balk and then your excuse was, well, he does it every time, I'm like, well, then it's still a balk.
Call it.
Like,
It's
you know
just,
what I mean?
they just sometimes the feel is lacking. Oh, we got a lineup out.
Oh, yeah,
Line
it's
up before 7 a.m. I like a lineup before 7 a.m.
It's insane. Before we read the lineup, we got to make sure we get this stat in by the very brilliant Darnay Tripp last night. Going into the day yesterday, Padres had the lowest WRC plus from the leadoff spot in Major League Baseball. It was 6. Average is 100. 100 is average. The Padres had 6 weighted runs created. Ramon Laureano was 0 for 4 yesterday. He's 1 for 14 after 3 games hitting leadoff. Padres' number 1 hitters are 5 for 45 with 3 walks and 9 Ks. Go ahead and lay the lineup on me. Who's in the leadoff today?
Ramon Laureano.
Oh.
Who would you rather have be there? Because Fernando Tatis Jr. and Jake Cronenworth have also struggled badly from the leadoff spot when they've been given the opportunity to do so. The headline on the lineup today, no Manny Machado.
No Manny.
Getting a day off after the night game, early game. So Manny getting him off his feet, whether he likes it or not.
My
Craig
guess is
Stammen
that he doesn't.
giving his star a day off. Ramon Laureano batting first in left field. Fernando Tatis Jr. batting second and right. Jackson Merrill batting third in center field. So you got your outfielders taken care of. Gavin Sheets moves up to the cleanup spot, batting first at first base. Xander Bogaerts will hit fifth at short. Miguel Andujar will start at third base today for Manny Machado and hit sixth. Nick Castellanos, the DH, batting seventh. Luis Camposano behind the plate, batting eighth. And Jake Cronenworth will hit ninth and play second base with Michael King on the mound.
And Mitch Keller on the bump
for the Pittsburgh Pirates. They have a good pitching staff. A couple starters who are injured too. They're not a bad team at all.
Wait till you see the kid they got coming up too. Seth Hernandez. Oh my God.
Another one.
Oh my God.
And then Jared Jones is hurt.
It's Demon Factory, man.
They've got a lot of good arms in that organization. Yep. All right, we'll come back, pay off the Incorporator, Jesse's word from yesterday, and more next on The Fan. Broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios, we know how. Hour number 2 of Ben and Woods, and 2 of barely over 2 hours since we're getting to the pregame show with Sam Levitt coming up at 8:35 this morning. Quickly, did you see the comments update from Joe Musgrove on his rehab yesterday in the Union Tribune? Some more extensive comments from Joe. He is throwing pretty much every other day, but hasn't really stretched out or extending himself yet, which means he's probably at least a month or even 2 away of potentially returning to the Padres rotation. Sounds like he's
pissed.
Yeah, he's just frustrated.
Yeah.
I mean, talked about how the slider is a pitch that's given him trouble, like with discomfort. He wants to be able to uncork it the way he wants to uncork it, and he's not getting that feel back. Some of the other pitches, some of the other things feel fine.
So bummed for him, man.
It's just this. He's sort of making progress, but not as fast as he'd like it to be, and he's just got to be patient, and he's got to go through the steps, and I'm sure it's just eating away at him after rehabbing all last year and getting so close. Remember, he was almost back for the playoffs to then not be able to return for the start of this season and not even know like what the target date is. Is it the middle of May? Is it the start of June? Is it the All-Star break? They're not even sure until he really starts throwing long toss and, some bullpen sessions. Then they can ramp up and decide like what they're targeting in terms of a return.
It's a bummer. I mean, I'm if you know Joe, and we do, he wants to be pitching for the San Diego Padres, man, more than anything on the planet. He wants to be out there every 5th day with his teammates. So it really bums me out that he's not getting that opportunity for him as a human, and much less, I love the team and I want them to win. And I think he gives you a good chance to win when he grabs the ball. For the human being that is, surgeries are hard. They're hard on your body. And by the way, they're not cookie cutter, man. Everybody reacts differently. I don't want him to sit there and be filled with regret about like, I probably shouldn't have ripped him as hard as I did in spring training, which you can see he's going through that right now. He's like, I was ripping him and thinking, okay, it'll be fine. And I don't think he set himself back necessarily, but he's a guy that deserves to be out there every 5th day, and he's a guy that knows his body. So if we get him back, Benny, and he feels great, like no rush. Not doing the Dodger thing where it's like, hey man, just call us in July and make sure you get your running, and like we'll use you in the stretch run. It's not that. That dude wants to be out there. So if we get him back in July, August, that's really good for us. If we're still in the hunt.
And it sounds like it's not necessarily that he can't do it. Like he could go out there and probably compete. He just doesn't know he could do it again in 5 days. And you can't
he can't.
You can't have a starter who can't
Right.
pitch every 5 days. You can't go start and then injured list. And then start and injured list. He needs to be able to come back and do it consistently. And that's where he hasn't gotten. But I mean, if you're looking for like encouragement, Sandy Alcantara threw another great game yesterday. They ended up losing late after he was out, but he was really good again. And sometimes it takes a little bit longer than you want, but it doesn't mean Joe can't come back and still be a top of the National League type pitcher like he was before. We just don't know when, whether it's later this year, might not be until next year, might not be until ever. You don't know the answer. And that's frustrating for us as fans. Imagine how it feels for Joe. It's his life. It's his career.
That's the thing. I thought about it like last week. We were talking about Joe, and it's such a toll on your body physically, the surgery, the rehab, the grind, the workouts, all of that. It also wears you down mentally and just like what it does for your mentals. I mean, like it's almost depressing. You're like, this is what I am built to do. This is what I've done my whole life. And I can't do it right now. And I haven't gotten to do it for a while. And I'm like, I hope he's okay. I hope he's taking care of himself. And I think he wants
to work harder. His instinct is to push himself.
Yeah.
And they're telling him that's the opposite of what you need to do right now. You need to work smarter and less, and it'll come if you're patient. And the last thing Joe wants to be is patient. He just thinks if I work really, really hard, I can get back faster.
Yeah.
But that's not how this works, unfortunately.
Just such a great dude. I just think back to our convos at spring training. Loan specialist says he's fine, filthy rich. Okay. If you went to Joe Musgrove today and go, hey man, I looked at your bank account. I need you to stroke me $1 million check and you can be back pitching pain-free. He would write you probably 2 of them just to guarantee that one and then the next one. Like, being rich is great. He's a pitcher. He wants to pitch. He's a competitor. And when a competitor doesn't get to compete, I don't know that any money in the world would get him back there. I think that's what he wants to do. He is born to do this. And when you don't get to do it, it's a real bummer, especially for such a fantastic San Diegan and quality human being that he is. Love that dude.
Jesse Agler is a competitor when it comes to the Incorporator. We gave him his word yesterday. Paulie, if you'd like to set everything up for us. Tonight's word, Jesse, for you is...
Baldecan.
Baldecan. It looks like maybe baldachin, but it's pronounced baldecan. Baldecan it's kind of like that fabric for kings. It's silk gold fabric.
Oh, yeah.
And it can also be the covering or canopy that they put over the throne and the altar, and that silky gold, think like Middle Ages and that ornate fabric. That's called baldecan.
Baldecan. That tickled him.
It's my favorite response right there. Just the chuckles.
Yeah, that's good. Baldecan.
All right. So this one was a little bit late. In fact, Jesse actually texted me mid-game and he goes, "How do I say the word again?" and then I texted you guys and I go, "What was the word again?"
Baldecan.
So we got it. Now, I do believe when we looked up the word originally yesterday, there were a few different ways of saying this word or types of versions of this word. And so Jesse actually didn't say baldecan, but he did get the word in. This was in the bottom of the eighth, I believe.
Did he not?
No, he did. It was bottom of the eighth. Brian Reynolds up to bat.
And Reynolds takes low, 2 balls, 2 strikes. PNC Park, one of the great settings in all of baseball. And in right field here, one of the great tributes in all of baseball. The 21-foot high wall in honor of number 21, Roberto Clemente. You think about all the ways different players are honored in this sport. 2-2 pitch is fouled right back. Retiring a number about as high of an honor as you can have. Build a statue like your dad has, but it's going to be a pretty straightforward thing. Usually a statue, they're not going to put a big golden baldacchino or anything. You're going to have your statue here, your statue there.
A what?
But the 21-foot high wall, very
you just
unique
make
tribute
up.
to Roberto Clemente here in Pittsburgh.
You can't just make up words.
Baldachin.
Baldacchino.
I thought he said baldacchino.
He said baldacchino.
Spanish.
Baldacchino or anything.
Spanish for baldecan.
Put
Baldacchino.
a big golden baldacchino or anything. You're going to have a statue here.
Or anything.
I did see baldacchino when I looked up the word
Baldacchino.
yesterday
Okay.
morning. So I said, all right, we'll put that passes, that plays. He clearly knew like what he was trying to do.
Cole says you blended him 100%. When he starts texting in the middle of the game, what's the word again? How do I say it? He's blended. He's 100% blended. He's toast.
Part of the game is trying to put Jesse in the torture chamber a little bit.
Yeah.
He likes the
works
challenge.
it
He loves
in.
the
Yeah,
challenge.
he
Yeah,
does.
Put a
exactly.
big golden baldacchino or anything. You're going to have your statue here, your statue there.
Fantastic. Excellent work, young Jesse.
He did not have a brawl to call in yesterday.
No.
A brawldecan.
A Baldachin. Yeah. No, a Baldacchino.
Baldacchino.
in the Braves-Angels game. And so when the Padres game was over, I went to my guide and I was flipping around and, well, Angels-Braves game. I turned it on for like 4 innings and then I turned it off and did something else. I should have stayed a little bit because I missed.
You missed it. Oh,
I
no.
missed the whole thing until I saw it this morning on replay when Jorge Soler,
Former Brave, by the way.
was former Brave,
Yep.
and he had already hit a home run
Correct.
earlier in the game.
He has owned
Reynaldo Lopez was the pitcher for the Braves.
Yep.
And this was one of the more interesting brawl setups I'd ever seen.
It was wild.
Because Lopez is a runner on first, and Lopez goes up and in, but it goes all the way to the backstop.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of things happening. The catcher's going to get it. It bounces back so far that they have a play out at second base. It's close.
Jonah Hyde
It's
picks
near-
it, throws it
It's
down.
nearly tagged.
Yeah.
I mean, they're thinking about challenging. And all this time, Jorge Soler
He doesn't move.
is just standing,
Staring. Yep.
staring out like I'm waiting for all this to play out.
It's like the Luis Ariz, the statue take, where he just
Yeah, he
stands there. The whole play happens, and Soler does not move.
It's unbelievable. And so he essentially it's a good solid like 15 seconds as they he was safe at second, no challenge. Here's a new ball, Ronaldo. He picks the ball up. He's staring, and all of a sudden Jorge Soler starts 1, 2, 3,
and then
4,
everyone's like
5,
confused. Wait, what did we miss?
5 steps.
He took a lot of steps before anybody got there.
Jonah Hyde didn't do anything.
You could have easily stopped that
Well,
one,
I mean, when you react
Maybe you
like,
don't-
I just threw it high and tight, and this guy got mad. You jump in as a catcher. But when you've run and picked up a ball already, you've thrown it down to second base, the umpire's handed you another ball, you've thrown it out, you're caught a little flat-footed on the guy charging the mound after about 25 seconds.
Yeah, and the wildest part, I've never seen this. Lopez got the ball back from the umpire, had the ball in his hand as he reached back to use the ball and hit him with a haymaker with the ball in his hand. Like, used it as like...
Yeah. Usually you don't have a ball back by the time the brawl starts. You're still...
Yeah.
Bro,
in the
Walt
aftermath.
Weiss came flying in.
Walt Weiss. And again, Walt Weiss knows...
First-year manager of the Braves.
But he knows Soler and was, he's been in that organization forever. So he's the one that actually kind of pulled him away. That was for a baseball tilt, that was a pretty good one. That was a pretty good one.
First big one of the season, I think.
Yeah.
In 2026.
Yeah. I mean, baseball, it's a lot of pushing and shoving. Usually when you see a punch actually thrown, whether it lands or not, you're like, all right, that was a pretty good one.
You know what I've always thought about like hockey fights and stuff? I never understood why they took their gloves off. Just fight with the gloves on, right?
I mean, boxers put them on to fight.
Right.
Why are you taking them off?
You look at each other like, you want to go gloves? Let's just go gloves. Softens the blow a little bit. It helps your hand. Like, why do they drop the gloves? When it's freezing cold out on the ice, you drop the gloves and punch each other.
I'm sure we sound stupid talking about hockey fights and
just
etiquette and procedures, but like it does, I think it's kind of like you have to challenge the other person and they kind of have to accept the challenge.
They throw the gloves
and then it's on. I'm like, can you imagine Major League Baseball? You throw up and in on a guy, batter points, calls you out or something, and then he go, let's do it.
Let's go.
And they just drop the bat, and just the two of them just duke it out right in between home plate and the mound.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Manny nails it. That's right. It's so because they're on skates.
Mm-hmm.
It's so they can grab the jersey and get in for a good shot.
Oh, and
that's
not
why.
fall.
That's why.
Otherwise, they'd like instantly fall down without something to grip onto each other.
You can't grab the jersey with those big gloves.
That makes
never
sense.
even thought about that. That's
makes
brilliant.
Sense. I didn't know that either.
I like how they go over and they get they get each other and they hold like this in your big long reach. But I always wanted to. Oh, and then this move too. They reach over, they go.
Pull the shirt off.
The shirt over his head. Here's what would happen. I would try that the first fight. I would get it halfway up. It would stick like it just did, and the guy would just go wham! And there's me on the ice, kicking and screaming and shaking. That's so hard ass when they do that.
One other baseball headline: bad news. The Cubs, second-year pitcher Cade Horton out for the season.
Such a bummer, man. What
Tommy John surgery. That's a tough blow for the Chicago Cubs. All right, we'll take a timeout. When we come back, we'll get to Don't Do This, including maybe the blooper of the year so far in Major League Baseball. And we also,
God, I feel terrible for this.
This is a very odd statement from a recruiter in college football.
He's a coach.
Yeah, a coach and recruiter.
I like this.
Coming up next with Ben and Woods, take a quick timeout, and then more with San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
Early game today, but there's no such thing as too early of a game to head on down to 7 Mile Casino. Your 24/7 option. You can go right now at 7:13 a.m. Enjoy something off their 24/7 players menu and sit down at one of their fantastic card tables.
Oh, man, you can't beat it, my friends. But best part about it, the boys will be back in town soon, and the proximity to Petco Park is just incredible. So pre-game, post-game, 7 minutes away, right from the front door, or the front gates of Petco Park. You'll be sitting down playing some California-style blackjack, some Texas Hold'em, some Pai Gower, some Baccarat.
Weather's still nice and warm. It's probably only going to get better, and the patio is a great spot to enjoy a nice San Diego day with views that go on for miles overlooking San Diego Bay, Coronado, the Silver Strand. It's gorgeous out there. And then the dealer's going to take good care of you. All the games, the high-limit spreads, if you're a high-limit player, take good care of you as well. Just get off the 5 freeway at E Street in Chula Vista. You're already there on Bay Boulevard. You're going to be pulling in at about a quarter of a mile. It's 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
Hey, player, this is all yours. This room with this view and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Got Bret Boone on a Big League Wednesday coming up at the bottom of the hour. First, though, Don't Do This is brought to you by Dixie Line Lumber and Home Centers, helping San Diego homeowners and contractors fix it, build it, and
enjoy it.
Do you ever feel bad about laughing at something that you know you shouldn't laugh at, but it's just undeniably funny?
Happened about 30 times yesterday.
Every time I see you walk. Yes.
So if you're in our YouTube stream, you'll see some video from Polly. Otherwise, we'll just
describe the action.
Describe what happens on a foul ball down the line. This is in which game was this?
The Trop or something? Where was it?
It's the Cubs game, Cubs Tampa Bay game, right?
Yeah, Chicago Tampa Bay.
So in Tropicana Field, foul ball down the line, first couple rows of seats, right field line, where a portly gentleman tries to make the catch, falls down, his pants drop around his ankles. And when I say all of his pants drop around his ankles, you see the full moon, as Paulie called it earlier, as he goes down.
Why would you go commando if you're that size
or
with those
perhaps
pants?
The underwear fell down too. I don't know what led to this.
Get tighter
moment.
Underwear. Get some man panties.
I get it. I feel bad.
That is bare ass.
I was like, were his pants already down?
Is that a lady or a man? Do we know it's a man?
I don't know.
Sure. I thought it was a woman at first.
I don't know for sure, but clearly someone's broadcasting this game. In fact, it is.
Okay, here's the other part.
Yeah.
Lady, man, whatever. There's no one within 10 feet of you. You did not need to panic once you saw the ball hit right down at your feet. You could have gently bent over and picked it up. Also, here's the other thing. It's a baseball. It's just a baseball at the end of the day. It's not gold bullion that they're threw into the crowd. It's not It's a baseball. And you got a good beat on it. Chances are you're going to get it.
It's true.
Also, tie your pants. Tie your pants.
Now, was it unfortunate for the individual in question that the camera just happened to stay?
They do it all
the
the
whole
time, though.
They do.
but then the announcer. Do we have the audio?
I got the broadcast.
So it was
man.
who was on the call? This was
Boog Shambi
and Jim DeShay.
Yes.
Yes. So
damn it.
Imagine they're also watching all of this unfold in their monitors as it happens.
Fly ball down the right side, and it'll twist off foul.
Ooh.
Everybody okay down there?
And that's the last thing you're going to hear for a while. And all I can imagine now is Boog has turned off his microphone and is basically fallen under
over
the table.
I mean,
laughing. You still get the crowd mic. The crowd mic's down, so you're not going to hear them, but they can turn off their mics.
Pot it down. Pot it down. Pot it down.
Another pitch happens.
Still haven't said a word.
It's challenged. No one says anything.
They are. They're dying.
There's an umpire.
Yep. There's still nothing.
Nothing.
Pitches the ball. Tampa Bay has one remaining.
Finally, the shades.
ABS is powered by T-Mobile.
You can tell he's
got to get the sponsor read in.
You guys, you can tell he's on the ship. The ship is bobbing in the sea. He's in a storm, and then the sun breaks, and that's when you hear him like,
all right. I just looked it up from the point where he says, "Is everyone all right down there?" to ABS is powered by T-Mobile. You heard the umpire, you heard the crowd noise. It was 37.1 seconds of silence.
Just dead.
Which with a microphone might as well be 37 minutes. I watched the video. I could not stop watching it.
It's just incredible.
I couldn't stop. And I started thinking, and I go, what if that happens on a Padres broadcast? Like Mud and Don,
they're done.
I don't know that they
might be
survive.
over for them at that point.
They
just wheel them out.
Yeah,
all you hear is like, "Well, I'm Bob Scanlon taking over for." I mean, it's done. You got Marilou's in there, like whatever we need to do to get this thing done.
They just start patching in the opponent's feed because we don't have any broadcasters because Mark or Mud and Don are just they're gone. They are done.
I'm telling you, like the Jerry Remy and Don Orsillo pizza thing that happened. When Don gets going like this, it's over for me. It's over. He gets and then it's just something like this.
You're doing pretty well,
Paulie. It's over when he gets that. When he does it, man.
What was he doing with the pants that are out of his ankles? Like, ever heard of a belt?
It's unbelievable. It was unbelievable. It's my favorite when he gets tickled.
Oh my God.
I've watched the Jerry Remy pizza thing. I've watched it 1,000 times and it makes me laugh every single time. That's pretty diabolical from the crowd.
It's wrong to laugh at someone's misfortune.
It is, man. And it's what makes us
also human nature.
It makes us hopefully that person can laugh at themselves.
I hope so.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Let me just say this. The way that they fell.
Probably start a podcast today.
The way that they're throwing out the first pitch tonight for sure. If they have any like self-deprecation, be like, I'd be out there like, let's go, here we go.
I'd be up there with one arm and then I'm holding my pants up with my other hand.
I felt terrible about it too. But here's the thing: from the other side, we saw the backside. That means that Hog was out. There was actual Hog out at a baseball game. Like the people that were on in front of him or her, they saw Hog or whatever. It was exposed fully. The pants were down. There was no underwear on. Like, it's just gnarly. I still don't know if it's man or woman, but we'll get to the bottom of it.
This next story, Woods wanted to bring. You actually think it's a don't? I do this.
I kind of like it.
I'm the other way, but Paulie
Really?
actually brought it up to us. This is quarterbacks coach at Oregon talking about recruiting.
Kai. He's the quarterback coach. And
is that where we did our Christmas party? No, that was Bali.
It's a K-A apostrophe A-I. I don't know. I don't know. But quarterback coach for Oregon, and he was asked about like kind of how he recruits players, and he said he really only has one simple question for his recruits.
Like I ask him a question like this all the time: "Hey, do you like chocolate ice cream or vanilla ice cream?" Okay, the minute a kid pauses, I don't really want that kid, right? Because you need to have some type of conviction, right, wrong, or indifferent. Hey, so whether you like chocolate or you like vanilla, I don't really care. But if you sit there and say, coach, I don't know. Is it melted? Is it not? What's the brand? So on and so forth. Like, what is this kid going to do on third down
That's right.
in front of 110,000? He's probably going to think about it more than he should. He's not going to have conviction, right? So it's, like I just said, long-winded, I understand, but it's the mental aspect is really what we're after.
It's definitely a hard-o answer. There's no question about a hard-o question to ask, but I kind of like where his head's at.
I didn't hear the question. I think it was a fair question. Like, what's your pitch or whatever with your recruits? No, it's a hard-o answer.
It's a hard-o answer of like, yeah, this is a question that I ask.
Oh, I see.
But to me, it's an irrelevant question.
Is it
can
irrelevant?
Be very decisive as a quarterback and be a little indecisive on which ice cream flavor you like. Can't you? Is that not a crazy person answer?
Red wine or white wine?
Red wine.
Oh, sign. You're in.
That
Here,
one I know.
Sign
You're ready.
here.
You're ready.
That one I know.
Sign here. Pizza or pasta?
Oh, come on. I have no.
How
could you possibly
it's third
choose?
down. There's 110,000
How can you
people
possibly
here.
choose?
There's 100. You're out. 110,000 people here. That's how you
How
are.
could I possibly?
Sweet or salty?
I don't want.
You're gone. You're gone. Get out of the room. Curly or straight?
Straight.
There you go. Ice or fire?
But you need both.
No.
Yeah,
You're out. You're
need
done.
both
Beat it.
at times.
Beat it.
Like
Driver or passenger?
Driver.
Oh, it took you way too long.
I know.
This is way
hard.
too long. Salt or pepper?
Well, salt.
Gone. Out.
Now, people
I
were
can't
saying
think about something for a second.
No.
People were saying, is it the worst thing for your quarterback to actually have like a thought process? Like maybe he's walking out of the huddle and going like, all right, it's
Probably,
third
yes.
down.
I mean,
I
yes.
need this many yards.
No,
this is
you
what
want
the defense looks like.
You want him to just go hike and throw it. That's what you want.
Do I have a slice of apple pie? Because then I'm going vanilla for sure. I do not want chocolate with my apple pie. I want vanilla. But if it's just a bowl of ice cream, I'll probably go chocolate because I need a little
Apples
flavor
or
with that.
oranges?
Apples.
Oh, see, look, you are pretty decisive on
The
some
comments,
plays.
the comments did not disappoint.
Oh, I bet they're great.
This is why you have 0 natties. You're worried about ice cream flavors. Dumbest thing I've ever heard. This coach is stupid as hell.
Wet or dry?
That's an impossible question.
Wet
Dry.
or
Fine. Dry.
Whoa,
Dry.
you creep. You are such a weirdo creep.
I always wondered why Oregon could never reach that next level despite having more money than just about any school. I wonder no longer.
It's so funny. It's so funny. I think, but trust me, guys, by the way, just so you know, he's also full of S because if the number one touted, the next Arch Manning or
Right.
CJ Carr walks in that room and to interview with him, he's like, chocolate or vanilla? And the guy goes, I actually kind of like both. He's not going to be like, all right, you're done. Beat it. Coach, why was that only 30 seconds? Well, he's indecisive. You can teach decisiveness, by the way. That's something you can actually coach into.
Yes, it is.
You can coach
Yes,
that
it is,
into,
especially in football situations.
especially a quarterback and especially a young quarterback. That's absolutely something you can coach.
Actually, I do have a do this for us before we're done.
DD mega doo-doo.
Benner Woods.
Ben
Woods.
Congratulations. The SDSU baseball team pitched the 10th no-hitter in program history last night.
Wow.
With a 1-0 win over UC Riverside. 5 San Diego State pitchers, bullpen game. The Tuesday games tend to be bullpen games, non-conference matchups. Did not allow a hit and got the 1-0 win. Now, the Aztecs, college baseball is weird. The Aztecs are like a super team in the middle of the week because they beat UCLA number 1 in the country in a midweek game like a month and a half ago. UCLA hasn't lost since. They've won 24 straight games since they lost to San Diego State. San Diego State gets a no-hitter. On the weekends, when it's really important, they're kind of mediocre. They're only 19-15 overall on the season. But those Tuesday midweek games,
they dominate.
Don't mess with the Aztecs.
Wow.
Maybe they should be starting these guys on the weekend instead of the midweek games. But a no-hitter, nice accomplishment for the Aztecs last night at Tony Gwynn Stadium, and that is don't. And do this for a Wednesday.
That was Don't Do This with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
When we come back, we'll have Big League Wednesday with Bret Boone, who just had his Bret Boone podcast with a guest you might be interested in, Bret Michaels.
Oh, yes, dude.
Was on with
Yes.
Bret Boone.
I love it.
So I don't
He's
know.
a huge sports guy, too. Bret Michaels is.
We'll find out what they talked about coming up next here on 97.3 The Fan.
First, guys, Ford or Chevy. It's Ford every single time. It's Woodsy here. You guys know. proud supporter of the Ford Blue Oval. It's in my family and has been for generations. Grandfather worked at the Ford factory in Detroit, was in the car business his entire life, worked for one company. It's Ford. It's a legacy of hard work and American grit. So right now, the team at Sedano Ford and Lincoln are helping you hop into a new ride with monthly numbers that respect your wallet. Lease the 2026 Ford Mustang EcoBoost Fastback, just $299 a month. The future of trucks, the 2025 F-150 Lightning XLT, which I see everywhere now, $298 a month. And the 2025 Ford Ranger XLT is just $289 a month. These prices are ridiculous. And for the premium electric drive, the 2026 Mustang Mach-E Select, just $346 a month. So because of all the family history and Manny's history of service, Sedano Ford and Lincoln are dealerships that San Diego can trust. Let them know Woodsy sent you down there if you want to get in the car or truck of your dreams for a very reasonable price. More details about these offers can be found at SedanoFord.com. Hop on down there. He did little. Here, I'll show you a little. Just a little.
Please don't.
Just a little bit. What hurts on you?
Nothing at all.
A little bit.
Nothing. Now,
So let's say
whatever you're about to touch is the only thing.
Let's say
It's gonna hurt.
Right?
All right, yeah.
Okay.
Pretend your knee hurts.
Pretend your knee.
It's going to in a second.
Right here.
Oh, that is not pleasant.
and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Let's just get right to it on a Big League Wednesday, because joining us right now is Odyssey MLB insider Bret Boone. Bret, the host of the Bret Boone podcast, featuring the most notable names in MLB, around sports, and even beyond sports. So Bret Michaels on with him. Insider Calls presented by Grainger. For the ones who get it done, Grainger offers the professional-grade products you need, delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. And joining us in our YouTube stream from the great beyond is Bret Boone. It's very white behind you right now, Bret.
Hey, Bret, what's heaven like?
It's marvelous. Marvelous, isn't it? Yeah, I saw the white background. That's a little white, isn't it?
Don't go to the light, Booty.
Well, I'm sneaking around the house, and, people are sleeping. Usually I'm in my office. Well, right now I can't be, so we're a little white today.
That's fine.
It is. It's kind of a nice touch. I don't know anybody else that has this white.
That's true.
Background.
That is true.
Very unique.
I gotta ask you, man, because I don't know if we're the same age or different ages. I may be a little older than you.
I'm probably much younger than you.
How old are you? Do you ask?
I just turned 57.
Oh God, you look way better than I do, and I'm 7 years younger. This is insane.
Yeah. I knew, Woodsy, I knew you were younger than me. I was playing.
That's true. I did grow up watching you play. So when I was a kid, I loved Poison. I loved hair metal. I still love hair metal at 50 years old.
Yeah.
And I saw you had Bret Michaels on. We've had him on before. I was so nervous to interview him. He was so cool. He's such a good dude. He's so like gregarious and positive. Did you, when you were back in the day, like you were in kind of around that era too, were you like a hair metal guy?
Big time.
Me too.
I was a Motley Crue Rat.
Yes, my favorites.
Love me some Rat.
Me too.
Def Leppard, Poison. You know who is? My brother was a huge Poison fan. He loved Poison. I liked him, but Aaron was really into him. Motley Crue was probably my number one. But
I love the Crew, man.
He's Bret's a good guy. He is, and what strikes me about him is, those rock and roll guys, they're living in a different world.
Oh, yeah.
We're athletes. Yep. We get out there a little bit.
We're radio stars. You should see how it is for us, man. The seas part for us wherever we go. It's crazy.
but rock and roll, especially lead singers, they're at a different level of whatever could be out there. But the one thing about him that I've always respected is, with all the comings and the goings and the success, and he always seemed to have a nice balance. And I don't think everybody can do it. And I've always kind of admired that from afar, like, man, keeping it together when you got the world at your fingertips. And I've always really respected that about him. Got a chance to meet him and brought him on. You're right. He's gregarious. We had a first time, we had a phone call, and it was 45 minutes and everything. We're going to rock the world.
We're going to rock it, man. Come on. I can't be you. We're going to Bret. We're going to rock it, Bret. He's unbelievable, man.
That's just how he is.
Tons of energy. I'm so glad you had him on. I can't wait to listen. It's such a good era.
You're both Bretts with one T instead of two.
That's right.
Why are you a one T Bret?
There's a big segment on that.
Oh, really?
Big segment on the 1T.
You got to go listen.
We were both named after Brett Maverick. That show, James Garner, back in the day. That's and it's kind of we're in a little bit of a snooty crowd with the 1T, because there's not too many of us. But yeah, it was cool. It was cool getting. I got an invite. He's going on tour this summer, and he said, "Hey, I'm going to fly you out, and we're going to play catch on stage, and you can sing with me if you want." I said, "Well, what do I sing?" He said, "Every rose has its thorn." I said, "I'm in." I said, "But do you realize how unskilled I am when it comes to the world of the arts.
Right.
And, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I said, but I've seen your swing. So
Fair.
kind of even. So
Yeah,
I'm kind of, if that happens, I'm kind of pumped. I love going to concerts and hanging on stage. And
need somebody.
we'll
see. If
we'll
you need somebody to carry your bags, I got you, Booney.
You got it.
We let you go last week, and I looked at Ben and I go, did we really just have a big leaguer on? We didn't even ask him about ABS yet. Like, we didn't even broach the subject with you. I've enjoyed the hell out of it. I really have.
I think it's great for the fans.
The fans, yeah. I wonder if your brother.
I love it.
I wonder if your brother likes it a lot, because him and umpires.
Yeah, he likes to get thrown out. That's kind of his thing.
Yes.
So they're going to kind of take that away. He'll find a way, though. He'll find a way. No, I haven't talked to him about it. I've just kind of surfacely, but as I watch games, I just see how the reaction is. The first thing that pops out to me is, man, these fans love it. And it's just that extra intrigue, and it's quick, so you get it over with, but it's a 5 or 6 second deal, and you just see the reaction. It just gives them something else. Hey, think they're going to challenge? So I think that's really cool from an entertainment value. But what I've seen over the years, and you guys know this, I came into this 5-6 years ago. I was just get off my lawn. You don't change my game. You keep it as it is. That's what makes baseball baseball. And as we've had these over time, these changes in the game that I rejected out of hand, I've learned at this stage, I have a very open mind.
You've grown
because I've liked a lot of the changes, things I think, oh, don't you do that to my game. Then all of a sudden I'm sitting back a couple months later going, this is pretty good. So ABS was one of those things. I'm really a fan of the human element. Sure. I think I always loved that. When I was playing, it was a bunch of umpires with huge personalities, and they established their strike zone early, and you would know within an inning or two what that strike zone was, especially the good ones. And maybe he was given 1.5 inches on the outside corner, but he wasn't given on the inside. But that was established. And we rolled with it, and the good ones stuck to it. If I had 2 strikes and I knew today he's given 1 inch on the outside corner, I got to be aware of that with 2 strikes. And we were good, and they were the best in the world at it. I think now the umpires are even better. They're better than they were 20 years ago. They train hard. I think the integrity level, because of that little white box that we have to sit there and watch all the time, has gone way up. They're grinding, and these guys are so good with the amount of velocity and the spin rates. I'm seeing the misses like tiny misses, but the technology is so good, and the critique is everybody's an expert. So all we do all game is talk about the umpires and how they missed that 1/4 of an inch strike. I think we've gotten to a point and so technologically advanced that we just have to. You got to kind of give it up now. The progression is too good. There's too much scrutiny. I think this is the first step, the tap on the helmet. I think it's working great. Entertainment value, like I said. But I think the next step is going to be full robo. And I think that's just where our society's going. I think it's probably good. And the one good thing about being a hitter or a pitcher is you don't have to worry who's behind the plate. Every umpire every night is going to be the exact same. And you're going to know for certain what the exact strike zone is. And I think as a hitter, that kind of gives me a little relief. Like, I don't have to worry about the umpire and what he's given. And I know exactly what the strike zone is. As long as they get the technology perfect, so you can have it perfect for an Altuve and an Aaron Judge. If they get that to they feel like they've got it to a T and 100% accurate, I think that's the way of the future. And I think it's good for the game.
Talking to Bret Boone on a Big League Wednesday, Odyssey Insider Calls, presented by Grainger for the ones who get it done. I want to ask you, Bret, how you treated off days as you got later in your career. Manny Machado's getting a day off. We already have the lineup for this morning's game against Pittsburgh. He didn't take a day off until the last month of the season last year, and Craig Stammen said, we're not doing that this year. We're going to be a little more judicious, man. He even said Manny's no spring chicken anymore, but Manny doesn't like to sit. How did you treat it as you got later in your career?
Hated it. No, obviously no experience, no worldly knowledge like I have now. But I was from the generation of I'm Cal Ripken, and I'm going to play every day. And obviously I never did what Cal did as far as games in a row, but that's how my mentality was. And almost to the point of, I was so naive and so hard-headed. Even when it was staring me in the face, like, you need a day off, I would just shake my head in the mirror and say, no, you don't. You're Cal Ripken. You play every day. So I think it's good. I think it's good. It gives you a time to reset, just sit on the bench and watch a game. I used to tell last year in Texas, I would tell, somebody if they had a day off and they didn't like the day off, I said, listen, just relax today. You've got nothing on your plate. Well, until the 7th when you got a pinch hit, which I hated. If I had a day off, give me the day off. It was funny. In 95, I think it was. Davey Johnson was my manager in Cincinnati. I'll try to speed this up.
Good.
And I was in that mode of no, I don't take days off. So I was pissed one day, and Davey came into me. He goes, "What do you want to do?" I said, "I want to play every day. I'm Cal Ripken, Davey." He goes, "Okay." We went about 150 games into the next year. I was scuffling at the plate, and I wouldn't admit it, but I needed a day off. And I remember Davey came up to me in Colorado, of all places, where you don't want to take a day off as a hitter. And he looked at me. He said, "Booney," he goes, "How you feeling?" I kind of looked at him. I said, "How do you think I'm feeling?" I'm over my last 10. He goes, "Think you could use a day off?" And for the first time in my life, I looked at him, smiled, and I said, "Hell yes, I do." And he said, "All right, you got one today." I played about 150 in a row. And so that changed my mind a little bit. But I went round and round in Seattle with Lou. He rarely gave me one, but I fought him on it. That's just kind of your nature. Some guys are just like that. You just want to play every day. You want to be there for your teammates. They expect you to be in the lineup. And Manny, I'm sure, feels that way. But I think in the end, after everything I've been through, once in a while to just sit down, watch a game, I think can be beneficial in the long run.
That's amazing.
Booney,
I love that story.
Appreciate it. Just to bring it full circle, you just mentioned you went round and round. We talked about Rat, and you were the Texas Rangers hitting coach. Kyle Higashioka hit a home run yesterday. He was in studio playing Round and Round by Rat on his guitar
here with
us.
Yeah, he's so good.
He's unbelievable. You'd hear
Rat.
him from the coach's room last year just jamming.
Shredding.
I mean, he was doing it.
Love that, dude. Thanks so much, Booney, and can't wait to go see Bret Michaels with you live on his jet.
Thanks, bye, buddy.
This is
Hickey.
This is actually Kyle Higashioka jamming out here on 97.3 The Fan. Bret Boone Insider Calls presented by Grainger. Grainger offers the professional grade products you need delivered when and where you need them. Call, click Grainger.com or just stop by. We're going to check traffic, wrap up the hour. We have very little time left for you until we get to a Padres pregame show with Sam Levitt coming up next on 97.3 The Fan.
From the 855 Get Ross Traffic Center. Injured? Demand justice. Demand Jurowitz. 855GetRoss.com. Here's Sue Aller.
This traffic report is brought to you by San Diego law firm fighting for your sexual harassment rights at SDLF.com. Watch out, there's a debris spill slowing you down on the 5 northbound at Balboa Avenue. It takes out the left lane, and the delays, they start right around Grand Avenue. You spoke up and suddenly your schedule changed, your hours got cut, or the pressure got worse. That's not okay. San Diego law firm will help you fight against sexual harassment. Contact them at SDLF.com. That's SDLF.com. I'm Sue Aller with Ben and Wood, San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan.
Ben and Woods brought to you by David P. Shapiro, criminal defense attorneys, helping good people regain control of their future when charged with a crime since 2010. Visit davidpshapirolaw.com. Booney says it takes some wisdom to know when it's time to take a day off. Yeah. We'll see how this impacts Manny. I mean, much, much, much earlier. I think I saw Kevin Acey said it took 139 games last year before Manny took a day off.
Crazy.
We were talking about it this morning. We're like, it's shocking. It's shocking to not see him in the lineup. And I mean, Craig Stammen literally told us this was going to happen.
Yeah.
And Manny kind of put up a bit of a fight, at least with his words in the media.
I'll rest when I'm dead.
Yeah. And we go, well, how's this going to work? It looks like Craig Stammen might have won that round.
That's interesting. It's interesting. It's an interesting onion, is Manny Machado and his desire to play every day.
It's funny.
It's so weird to watch it get used against him sometimes.
You think that like an older, experienced manager like Mike Schilt would be the one who can just say, Manny, you're taking a day off. But we saw how Schilty, kind of catered to his players.
Yeah.
Stammen's more of a peer of Manny Machado.
Yeah.
And perhaps he can actually, without as much reservation, go, oh, Manny, you know what?
Yeah. I'm one of you.
I know you.
Yeah,
I know you need a day off. You can say all you want about wanting to play every day. You're going to be better off for this. And I have your best interest at heart. I do.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting you today. And we're going to be doing this regularly every couple of weeks throughout the season. Get used to it.
Yeah, defensively could be an adventure today. Not that it's not hasn't been with Manny sometimes.
Kind of an adventure last night.
Kind of adventure last night. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Let's let it play out first before we absolutely panic. But today's going to be the same order of business. Get to Mitch Keller. Get to Mitch Keller early, get into the bullpen, and try to be a little bit better about preventing some runs today.
Yeah, and play with a lead. I mean, there's so much better with a lead.
Yeah.
I just saw a stat, and I was going to bring it up in the roundtable tomorrow. Padres have had the same 13 pitchers on their roster all season so far, which is good. No injuries. You know which pitcher has pitched the least, the fewest number of innings, and the fewest number of pitches?
Mason Miller.
Mason Miller.
Yeah.
Does that make any sense? He's your best arm, and yet you use him the least. I know that's how it works.
I know. It's
Isn't
tough.
that possibly a way to get him in a little bit more? He's so good. He's your best player on the roster, and you've used him less than anyone.
I saw a point made yesterday by somebody on Twitter, like a national person. They said he's the most dominant player in baseball.
Yeah, the single greatest, most dominant player right now.
It's not Shohei Ohtani. It's not anybody else.
Use him a little bit more.
It's Mason Miller. Well, you don't want to use him in a 7-1 game. You don't.
I know, but you've used him less than anybody else so far this season. It's very, very judicious.
He'll get
San
his.
Diego Padres.
He'll get his.
Like today would
we'll
be nice.
Score early, and
that's what I'm at. That's what I'm saying. All right, we'll come back, reset things, and then get you ready for Take on Woods and a game right here on 97.3 The Fan.
right, normally this would be halfway home on a Wednesday, but we only have about 38 minutes left to go in the program.
83% of the way home on Wednesday.
That's right. Welcome to Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. I'm Woodsy. Paul Reindel's our executive producer. Ben Higgins is our friendly neighborhood sports anchor. And boy, some lessons will be learned today. Some lessons will be learned today.
The first one possibly by you.
You were a little fired up during that commercial break.
Yeah, I got the angry text from the wife again. Out of nowhere, it says, "You took them to get more cards yesterday. You've got to stop." And I went, "You little rats."
Did you tell your kids to not tell their mother something?
Yes, 100%.
And you're mad at them?
Correct. My ears are burning.
All right, hang on. We got to go back to
multiple reasons.
We got to start from the beginning then.
All right. Kids were at home yesterday. I had a couple errands I had to run. So I walked in and pitched the idea. Guys, I got to run a couple errands. You need to jump in with me and go. Imagine the blow.
I was gonna say, do they not like running errands? I feel like I liked doing stuff with my mom or dad.
I did too. They don't like doing anything they're told to do or even asked to do. So everything is a mountain instead of a molehill in my home.
You're trying to trick them into wanting to do everything.
Right. Everything's a mountain and every molehill is a mountain in my home.
Going shopping sucked always as a kid.
Of course.
But like if dad's got to go pick up something at the office or whatever real quick, you're like, oh, this is different. Like, I don't mind going for a ride.
Bro. So I walk, I go, yeah, come on, let's go. And I didn't even pitch the card idea until we were already in the car driving down. And Bo goes, Dad, they've got cards at Dick's. And I go, yeah, I know. And he goes, Taylor goes, can we go get some? Can we go get some? And I go, all right, we'll get a couple packs, right, to open. You guys have been really good today. And you came on this errand, right? So, yes, absolutely. We'll get a couple packs. So we go into Dick's. And we get like a cheapy box, right? Like $40. So we get it, get in the car, do my errands, get some food, driving home. And I go, ooh, your mom's going to be home soon. I go, she cannot walk in the room and find us sitting there splayed out opening cards. I said, so here's what we'll do. I'll take the box. I'm going to throw it at my desk. And then when you guys get out of school tomorrow, we'll have some time. We'll rip some cards together. Yeah, great. I go, here's the deal. Don't tell your mom. She doesn't need to know this, right? It'll be our secret. There's no need. She doesn't need to know. She's working. She's busy. She's already got, a bit of an issue. I said, this will be our thing. You guys have been excellent. Let me get it for you. I just get that text and I go, well, you guys are probably listening on your way into school today. Now you get nothing. You stabbed your old man in the back. Actually, you stabbed your old man in the front. Now you get nothing. Guess who's going to be opening cards today? It's not going to be you. It's going to be me.
Here's your problem. It's actually twofold. First of all,
wait, so they never opened the cards.
No, the cards are in a sealed box.
We bought the box.
To open
and
today.
Came home and then just got busy. We didn't open them yesterday. So the plan was to open them today.
She just said again, you've got to stop.
First of all, you've asked them to do something that is in contrast to what you were trying to instill in them. Honesty with your parents.
All I'm asking them is to just keep their mouth shut.
Well, yes, you've asked them to hide something. But what is the most important thing here is that you have imbued your two young children with power to get you in trouble. And that power for children of your age is pretty much irresistible.
Yeah.
They have
the
power to get you in trouble. And they know they're not probably going to get in trouble. Now, they get in trouble from you, but it's just so delightful for them knowing that with one phrase, one sentence to mom, they can get her angry at dad. That's just gold to a 7 or 8 year old, a 5-year-old.
She's pissed now. Like, she's legitimately pissed. Thanks a lot, fellas. Thanks a lot. Yeah, good luck. Good luck getting your old man to do anything for you from here on out. It's sad. And then, you're embarrassed as a father. You're like, oh, these are the kinds of dudes I'm raising that can't, no bro code here. Little rats, little tattletale
George
rats.
Washingtons. I cannot tell a lie.
Little Ben's, actually.
Dad took
I'm raising little Ben's.
Baseball cards at Dick's yesterday.
Yeah, that's right. Okay.
They'll be little presidents of the United States someday.
That's right.
I got an update.
Can I have their hits that they would have normally had?
I'm keeping them.
You bought them. They're yours.
They're mine.
I think you should get them out of your house and just give them to me. That'll really teach them.
It's not National Trading Cards for Kids Day. It's National Trading Cards for Grown-Ups Day.
It's not like I'm like, hey, guys, let's go buy some heroin. Don't tell your mom that dad's shooting heroin. It's baseball cards. You know what I mean? So she's treating it like it's heroin. The kids are just rats.
Now, they'll soon learn that you won't do that again, and they'll be sad.
Oh,
that
no, they're done. They get nothing from
They won't get it again.
They're lucky if I make them. They're lucky if they get dinner.
They'll learn the lesson.
Good Lord.
This hour in 97.3 The Fan is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans since 2006. Baseball is back, and so is swim season. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio for a free month of pool service. I have a quick update. We had Ted Leitner and Laz in studio yesterday, and Laz was telling the story of the Freezer Bowl game in Cincinnati in 1981 when it was 59 below zero wind chill. And Paul, I think you mentioned like that, like dangerous. Like, should they have even been playing that game? So I got a text last night. My old photographer, Jeff LaValle from Channel 10, he was shooting that game. So he was there, and he said, first of all, there were some fans, he said, that he saw before the game that were drinking with their shirts off, like trying to be the guys who, the cold doesn't bother us. They were all being taken into an ambulance, he said, by the end of the game. He saw that. And then he also mentioned that the radio engineer, so, we have Dave Marcus, who's engineers our games. Back then, Mike McGregor was the radio engineer who did all the Chargers games. He had to go early to set up. And even though he was wearing, boots and socks and everything, the floor of the press box was concrete.
Yeah.
And just because his feet were there for several hours as he was getting set up,
oh my God!
by the end of the game, the Chargers doctors had to treat his feet for frostbite. At the end of the game, he was just the radio engineer in the booth, just with his feet on the cold concrete floor for hours, and that was enough
to
need medical treatment at that game. It was so bad.
Was the just Google it. 1981 AFC Cincinnati and the Chargers. The coldest temperature in NFL history in terms of wind chill. Air temperature was -9.
Yeah, which is
but the
very
wind
cold.
chill, factoring in a sustained wind of 27 miles per hour, was reported as -59 degrees.
There's just no way. There's just no way the human body can withstand that. You can't have any skin exposed.
What's the coldest you've ever been in your life?
Probably 10 below, 15 below.
I was about 8 below. No, 16 below. 16 below.
Chicago.
In Park City, Utah. At the top of like the highest mountain.
Wind whipping around. You're just like, this is excruciating.
I think I've told you. You know how you're like during the summer, if you left your iPhone out on your lap or on your seat or something while you're driving, it gets too hot and it turns off.
Yeah.
It also happens too cold.
Oh, I did not know that.
Because we took it was 3 of these gondolas to get up to the very top of the slope. And by the time we got up there are 3 of us in the gondola and only one of our phones worked. The other 2 shut down and said, it's too cold.
I did not know that. I did not know that. That is, it's pretty incredible. Pretty incredible. That was a really fun time yesterday. Having those cats in.
It was very enjoyable. We should have a fun time tomorrow on the Epic Roundtable. I believe Mudd is scheduled to join us. And from 9 to 10, our new Epic Roundtable time slot for some commercial-free Padres talk coming up tomorrow. As we get ready for the game coming up today, I think one thing that's important, Woods, is don't let Paul Skenes turn into 2 losses.
Right.
You can struggle against Paul Skenes. You have to be able to flush it and then realize Mitch Keller's not a bad pitcher, but he's human. He's a normal pitcher, and you should be able to put some offense together. Sometimes, though, you get a hangover after you get shut down by one tough guy. You let it
get chewed up.
Yeah, you kind of let it linger until the next day, and then you struggle again. And especially on a getaway day, a day game after a night game, a flight day, you're getting back to San Diego.
You're out of the cold. You're like, it's a total.
You want to just get it done as fast as possible. There's some things the Padres need to fight against in today's game because, as we said at the beginning of the show, this is a huge game. You win the series, you win the road trip, you come back at 500. You're feeling pretty good with the Rockies coming to town. You lose the series, 500 road trip, you're back to where you started, 2 games under when you left.
That's right.
It's all your gains that you
for
got
naught.
are kind of for naught, which makes this a very pivotal early season game for the San Diego Padres and for Michael King.
Yeah, big time.
Who, has been good at times, not quite King-like at times. See what he's got for the Pittsburgh Pirates lineup today.
Some guys have some decent numbers off of Mitch Keller. Let's see. Jackson's touched him up a couple of times for some bombs. Xander's got a bomb off him. Casti, man, is about 250 clip. Andujar is in the lineup today for Manny, playing third. He's got an almost 800 OPS against him. So, again, we'll see what happens. What's the weather supposed to be like today? Not as bad?
No, I saw the high was 59.
Okay.
So
it's doable.
Very doable, especially for a day game. It's not a night game. Should be okay.
It's
hopefully, yeah.
Good point by Janine here. You know, the Pirates are a possible wild card team. Right? So the tiebreakers and things like that, important. Like
that's a good point.
Winning these games against the
You'll
teams
have 3
that may be in it.
Petco later in the season, but yeah, you win these, you're in better shape.
They've been the laughing stock of baseball for the majority of the last 10 plus years.
Maybe more
than that. But like, you know what I mean? And like now these guys, this is like the very beginning of their window. Like, this is kind of what they have been building up to. Of course, they've had Paul Skenes and, you know, flashes of guys like O'Neal Cruz or Brian Reynolds has been solid for them. But like Paul Skenes, Bubba Chandler, Connor Griffin, the Seth Hernandez, who you just mentioned, they have such a rich system right now that this is the very beginning of their window.
Yeah.
And you expect them to be hanging around now from here on out.
No question.
And again, I said a pivotal game, not a must-win game, not a game you can't bounce back from. There's tons of season left, but there are certain games you point to that can at least impact and kind of change the direction slightly. You can pivot one way or the other. That's why I say pivotal. You know, it's definitely a flexion point early in the season. We're going to take a time out. When we come back, we need a contestant. Take on Woods is the last thing we're going to do before we get to Sammy's pregame show. So if you want to try to qualify for our grand prize tickets for My Chemical Romance at Petco Park and our music, TV, or movie trivia challenge, call now. 833-288-0973. 833-288-0973. Back from the Bill House Studios, We Know How, next with Ben and Woods on 97.3 The Fan.
Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER. GEGE 000-466. For a full list of games and rules, play at 7 Mile Casino. Visit 7milecasino.com.
First, talk about 7 Mile Casino again. It is so easy. You hop on the 5 freeway. If you're in downtown, even if you're not, you're going to have a very easy drive to get down there. Get off the freeway at E. You're already on Bay Boulevard. And then you pull in and you get to the parking lot and you go, it doesn't look like much when you drive in. You probably have a spot right there in front. Then you walk in, Woods. Tell me what happens when you walk in.
Boom! California-style blackjack table right in front of you. To your right, you got Texas Hold'em. Back behind California-style blackjack, you got Pai Gow and Baccarat. You go left up a few little stairs, and then you're in this beautiful bar area. Then you walk through those doors. You walk down, and then you're looking out at the bay. You're sitting on the patio with your friend, having a beer in a really, really cool spot. Then you go back in, sit down, play some California-style blackjack, have a ball.
Yeah, you got several limits at the Texas Hold'em tables, including high limits for high-limit players. Take good care of you. You get 35% off food from Sammy's at 7 Mile while you're playing at the tables, or just enjoy anytime the 24/7 players menu, one of the few 24/7 options in San Diego. It's all right there for you in Chula Vista at 7 Mile Casino, just 7 minutes from downtown.
right, player. This is all yours. This room with this and this pool on this roof. This is all for you. The all-new Hamul Casino Resort, now open.
Building, getting set for the Eco Water SoCal pregame show in just under 15 minutes. Don't forget, Epic Roundtable tomorrow. And then on Friday, we've got the management report brought to you by SDCCU. It's not Big Bang Banking, it is better. And we will have the manager of the San Diego Padres, Craig Stammen, on ahead of the first City Connect Jersey Friday of the season. Tomorrow, apparently, is the day that those City Connect jerseys will be officially unveiled at some point. I don't think we have any details yet.
Do we not?
I would tune into the Ben and Woods program just in case.
Can't wait to see him.
Is all I'm saying. Tomorrow.
I missed the last one. Remember, I was out of town or I was sick or something.
That's right.
You guys,
were,
where was I? I had something.
It was like mid-June of 22.
I had something to do.
Texas, maybe?
Maybe Texas. And you guys were like, we got the City Connects. And I'm looking at them going, oh my God, what are those? Like the first time
they were jarring.
They were
jarring.
It was so good. And these, we've seen the leaks and stuff, and that's what it truly looks like. I think we're all going to look pretty good in it.
I do too. But we'll find out for sure.
I just got an interesting text message about that.
Same topic. Well, we're not going to give away too much. Just tune in tomorrow morning starting at 6 a.m. Before we can get out of here, though, let's play today's game. It's time for Take on Woods. Take on Woods, brought to you by Bay Alarm, security and fire alarms for every business. We got you, and you got a new contestant here. Aaron, welcome.
What's going on?
All right, let's do this. Woods has left the studio. You got 5 questions of music, TV, or movie trivia. If you beat or tie them, you will put you into the grand prize drawing this week for the tickets to see My Chemical Romance at Petco Park, coming up on, where's the date? August 30th. Ticketmaster.com is where you can get your tickets. All right, here are the categories. We've got TV, Sunshine State, shows set in Florida. Music, Heart Attack, all 2-second songs with the word heart in the title. Or movies, new category, Day of the Dead, 5 movies that include the word dead in the title. So would you like to play TV, Sunshine State, music, Heart Attack, or movies, Day of the Dead, Aaron?
I'll do the music.
Music. All right. All 2-second songs today. So Paulie's got to call that up. You'll have to identify both the song title and the artist just by the clips. And again, they all include the word heart in the title of the song. 60 seconds. You can pass if you don't know when. We'll come back to it if there's time left on the clock. Paulie, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
All right, Aaron, let's do this. The category is Heart Attack. Your time begins when Paulie plays our first 2-second song. Good luck, Aaron. Let's take on Woods. Aaron, you there?
Yeah, I'm there. I'm there.
Want to pass?
No, I'm thinking.
Okay.
Heart Attack by Demi Lovato.
Incorrect. So let's go to song number 2. All right, go to song number 3.
Shoot, I got another pass.
Song number 4.
Pass. Dude,
Song
I'm
number
blowing
5.
Dude.
Aaron, thanks for playing.
I don't think it's going to work out for you because your time's running out. You want to play the first one again? No, second one again doesn't really matter. Sorry, Aaron.
It's not gonna matter.
Let's play again with Woods. He's going to win this one. All right, we got music for you today to wrap up the show. Got a couple minutes left, so we get right to it. Let's put 60 seconds back on the clock. Hope you enjoy this one. Your time begins when Paul plays the first song, all 2-second songs, by the way.
Beautiful. Okay.
Time begins when Paul plays our first song. Good luck. Let's take on Aaron.
Owner of a Lonely Heart, yes.
Correct. Song number 2.
It's Blondie, and it's Heart of Glass.
Correct. Song number 3.
Oh, that's Nirvana.
Probably cut you off a little bit. Give them all
apologies.
Yeah.
All apologies.
Incorrect. Song number 4.
God dang it. Oh, that's Kickstart My Heart by Motley Crue.
Correct. Song number 5.
That's Heart of Gold by Neil Young.
Yeah, so what was song number 3
It's,
by Nirvana?
hold on.
Come on.
Hey, wait, I got a new complaint forever.
What's the word that's in all of the song titles?
I don't even know.
Really?
Owner of a Lonely Heart, Heart of Glass, Kickstart My Heart, Heart of Gold, and
Heart-shaped box.
Yes, you still win 4-0.
For nothing.
We thought you were going to sweep that one. I was surprised.
That's 4 out of 5.
You just didn't figure out the category.
No, none of it translated.
Didn't translate for you.
It was one of those days.
Yeah, that's all right. It's sometimes
still dumb.
Sometimes you get a big lead and you don't really have to put together your best effort to get the win.
And you gave me 0.2 seconds of that one.
I thought you had the clue. I thought you did it.
You had already won, and you have impressed us in the past with how quickly you can get some of them.
Really,
and you like Nirvana a lot. So
I thought Nirvana. I thought you had the clue already, and I was like, "Oh, this is going to be an easy one."
I don't know why I said all apologies. It's like
this is what I gave you.
Wait, I love that song.
I like all of those. I think actually,
I do too. I like all of those. Jam, dude. Love yourself. So good, dude. It's so good. Oh yes, Kickstart My Heart is
talking Motley Crue with Bret Boone earlier. Thank you to Bret Boone. All of our guests appear on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking. It is better. Tomorrow is an Eno Saris Thursday, I believe. It is a Sam Levitt Thursday.
Yep.
And we have a special guest as well.
I wonder if you guys can read between the lines on that one.
It's not even a surprise.
I hinted enough at it that you could probably figure out what's going to happen.
8:35 tomorrow morning. Maybe some of your questions will be answered. I don't know.
About a certain look that the Padres may be.
A C-level executive that might know a thing or two.
Sporting, starting on Friday
Schmerich Schmoopner.
You guys were embargoed and you're in deep trouble.
We haven't said anything yet. We've just implied a guest. That's nothing. That's all we've done so far.
Be nice
for tomorrow's show.
Be nice to get this game out of the way. Win or lose. It's going to be nice.
Done by noon.
It's just fantastic. It's just fantastic for me. I like when they get done in the daytime. Frees up your nights a little bit to watch.
The weekend series in Boston was great. It was, what was it, 11:30, 12:30, and 10:30 or something?
Great.
And you're like, look, win or lose,
I've got my life back.
Done, and
I've got my
the day
life.
continues.
Yeah, I got my life back. I can go outside.
It's still daytime for like 6 more hours.
Yep, it's a beautiful, beautiful thing. And it's nice to be able to bounce a little bit early.
Yeah, and again, no Manny Machado in the lineup. But that's not a bad thing necessarily. Give him a day off. You can win. I think last year you take Manny Machado out of the lineup with the lower third that they had. You go, well, that's half the lineup now that has no chance to score. And Duhar and Castellanos, both in there, deep in the lineup.
Yep.
Yeah, you can get some hits. You can even get some power out of the bottom of the order today
I'd like
against
to see
Mitch
it.
Keller. And if you need to emergency break glass, Manning could still pinch hit later in the game.
Sure.
If it comes down to it. So
they said it was just a scheduled day off, right? There's no nagging injury.
Craig Stammen doesn't meet with the media before the game on day games, getaway days, so we don't know for sure. But my guess is it was scheduled. I mean, day after night, that's what you do. Michael King on the mound. Looking forward to see how he pitches. That's it for us. The Eco Water SoCal pregame show.
This is awesome, by the way.
This is fantastic.
2 hours, 28 minute show. Yeah, not bad. For Paul Reindl and Stephen Woods, I'm Ben Higgins. Enjoy the game from all of us here at San Diego's #1 sports station, 97.3 The Fan. So long.